Welcome to the Everyday Mom Challenge. This is episode 48. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. Let's look at Matthew chapter 14, verses 23 through 33. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into the mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, Is it a spirit? And they cried out in fear. But straightway Jesus spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid. And beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship came and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God. Amen. How many times have we wanted to walk to Jesus, but our faith was lacking? That we would start to take the steps, and then that boisterous wind, what I can say, the world, began squeezing us on all sides. And we may have caved under the pressure. And then instead of sinking, we may have taken a couple of steps back. When all Jesus says is come. Come. He's calling us to meet him. And you know what? He's not going to let us sink. We keep walking towards him. He's not going to let us sink. I think of the disciples, Peter was the one, I'm not going to deny you. And 3 times it happened. Peter was the one chopping the guard's ear. Oh, that kind of hurt. Chopping the guard's ear off. Jesus placed the ear back on. Just reacted. Peter was the one jumping off the boat. So he had that fire in him, but often it was misplaced or not carried through. He would start with a passion and with a fever, and then right in the midst it would turn. Once Jesus said, Get behind me, Satan. Oh, one of my students he just got his driver's license today. He was a graduate of mine. He just messaged, I'm sorry. I know you saw my eye go up. I'm just so proud of him. Amen. Amen. Okay. And I think of how in our lives we need to take risks for the Lord. Sometimes it's just good for us to just jump out of the boat, because we can become complacent. We can just be riding all along. We can just be thinking everything is great. But you know what? We could do better. Couldn't we all do better? Let us not just go for the ride. Oh, I'm a Christian now. I'm saved. That's it. I'm just going to sit back, enjoy the ride. Let us get out there and meet Jesus. And let us work it. I'll tell you, this week something happened with formulating my dissertation, and I was completely just shocked. Like, where did this come from? And I'm like, Spirit, really? You're calling me in this direction? It's a unique one. I might share that with you another day, but I took that sigh and I said, okay, God, that's a big jump out of the boat for me, and I'll walk towards that goal and that idea. If that's where you want me to go, because I know that I have Jesus with me. And if I start to question or doubt, I'm going to remember the words of Jesus. O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? Why do you doubt? Why? Let us embrace our faith with assurance. We know we're sealed. We know that we're going to spend eternity praising the Lord. Amen. Let's stop the doubting. Sometimes I think people can get caught up trying to figure out the workings of everything. Sometimes we just need to have a little faith. So I'm challenging you tonight. Is there an area in your life where you need that passion for the Lord, that fever? Begin to pray in that area and ask God to build up that faith so that when you step towards God, you don't sink because of a lack of faith. You don't take 2 steps back. That you have that strong commitment to moving forward. Move forward. Walk on the water to Jesus. And if you need that extra measure, ask, and it shall be given to you. Amen. I just read a song, and it came on me like so fast. I was reading the verses, I turned, and there's something about reading about Jesus in the boat, asleep, Jesus walking on the water. Once Jesus was passing by the boat, walking on the water. Jesus in the boat. When Peter went a-fishing. And I think I have that special connection too with the water. And I told you when I was on the beach that day, I could just visualize knowing that Jesus loved it too. So, I wrote a song. So this, I've never sang this one, so let me see if I can get how I was doing it earlier. It's just, it comes so fast, and then what great price of pearl, a treasured in. Nope, that's not it. Let me try it with the verse, because gosh, it was so, I loved it. Teach me to walk the waters, Meet your... No, I'm thinking... No, that's not it. I got to work on this one. The first verse is, what great price a pearl, a treasured ending, one that began on the day I asked you in. But right now I'm your vessel, being tossed against the raging sea. Come and calm these waters, shelter me. Teach me to walk the waters, meet your hand. Fill me with a measure of your faith. Teach me to understand all the ways I can honor you and glorify your name. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. That was how that part went. See? Teach me to walk the waters. Meet your hand. Fill me with a measure of your faith. And teach me to understand all the ways I can honor you. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. I gotta work on it. I'm not sure just where my life will lead. And we don't have a clue or even know exactly where we'll be. But I know wherever we go, you'll make a way for me, and I'll serve you here or there. I'm holding on to my belief that you carry me across the water when I lose my way. Fill me with a measure of your faith. Help me understand how to honor your holy name. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. And I will take my steps toward you, praise you in all I do. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. Teach me to walk the waters unafraid. We're about to start our army life. And we were talking about it this evening, me and the boys. And I miss you. I'm ready for you to come home from your training. And soon we'll be married and off to a new place. And I know wherever God is going to lead my soldier, we're going right with him. And I'll serve him there just like I serve him here. You know, it can be a little daunting, or you know, you let those thoughts, wow, this is, you know, my hometown, this is really all I've known. I went off to graduate school for a couple years, and buddy, did I miss my parents, and I was here a lot. And I think, you know, my best friend's here, and my church family's here, and my family's here. But you know, God's got such great things wherever we go. And I'll never lose the connection with the people that I love. Because once I love deep. So let me not be unafraid of what tomorrow may bring. Let me hold on to that faith to continue walking toward Jesus. And I know there'll be a use there, just like there is here. Amen. I got to tell you about dissertation stuff tomorrow. Oh. So, I hope you have a great evening. It's very late. My nephew's second birthday after work today. It was just lovely. Alright. The song is a Southern gospel song. Didn't I Walk on the Water? I love that song. Especially the second verse, because that's real personal for me. When it was tough, when my bills were hard to get paid. And I knew those days. So, have a blessed one. Pray for me. I'm praying for you, and I'll see you tomorrow.